coming up well. Senna is crowded out and is down to 5th position. And Wendlinger is up into 3rd place ahead of Schumacher. And Ayrton Senna is up to 4th position ahead of Schumacher and challenging Wendlinger as they go round the right-hander into the old hill.
Brilliant couple of corners by Ayrton Senna. Tremendous stuff. And Senna into 2nd place already.
And Senna goes through into the lead. He passed Alain Prost, so the McLaren leads. Prost 2nd, Hill is 3rd, and tremendous.
Animal, animal, gonna bite your flesh when I jump your bones. If I smell your scent, I could lose control. Don't let me hurt ya.
To all of us is to compete for a victory.
So those shifts felt much quicker than when we tracked it. Like barely tapping this.
Faster than when we tracked it?
Yeah.
Why?
That was weird. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. So here we are in the McLaren Senna.
2019.
Pre-Kobe.
Pre-Kobe. I forget how much horsepower this thing has. What does it have?
789 horsepower. Do you know how much torque?
600 something?
590.
590?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Are we in a 570?
No hybrid.
Correct, no hybrid assist.
Which I like. It does sound pretty good.
Oh, I think it sounds great. It's still one of my favorites. You know, everybody says it's close to the Saber.
Driving them is completely different.
I think I prefer this to the Saber though.
Really?
I think so. I don't know.
Saber is much more refined. Different suspension. It's actually a 75% new car than the Senna.
Like, do you hear all the vibrations in this car?
Not only do I hear them, I feel them.
Yeah, it's like wild.
Yeah.
Compared to the Saber.
But it's like, it's ridiculous how agile this car is.
Oh my god, there's nothing like it. Nothing.
Black Series.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, I just drove it for 3 days.
I don't understand the Black Series.
No, so let's talk about that. So before we left, we were talking about how the Black Series now has the Nürburgring record, but it competes with cars like this that has more horsepower, more downforce, seems to be more aero, which obviously alludes to the more downforce, but it doesn't make sense.
Well, and it's a front engine car compared to a mid engine, which you would think the handling would be a huge difference.
Yeah.
So it just, the whole thing doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
How that could be
Not
possible.
to take anything away from this car, because this car is, I mean, it's a go-kart for a public road.
It is.
So the looks were very controversial when they came out, or when the car came out in 2017. It was December of 2017. Remember, we were all excited to watch the video?
Yep.
It was an internet reveal.
Yeah, and I hated this car.
And you sent me like the puke emojis.
Oh, I couldn't believe it.
And I was like, oh man, I love it.
I couldn't believe it.
I was one of a very small percentage of people that liked the look of it. Purpose built.
Function over form. But I thought it looked like the kindergarten drawings where you have like the huge overhangs.
Like a cardboard box and then wheels in it?
With the huge overhangs. Just like, yeah, but there were 499 produced.
$499.
$499.
Not 500.
$499, I think.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
You want to bet lunch on that?
Did you read 500?
No, I know there's 500.
Is there a plate in here?
I did not have to read that there was 500. I know there was 500.
Is there a plate in the car that says like one of?
There's a plate over here. It just says 224 or 500. So.
Does it?
Yeah.
All right. Well.
No, and I know why you're saying 499.
Why am I saying that?
LaFerrari.
Oh, is that the LaFerrari?
Yeah.
Okay.
0 to 62 in 2.8 seconds. 0 to 100, I think, is like 5.1.
That's fast.
You know, it's quick, you know, and for this big wing and how much downforce it has, there's not a lot of drag.
I believe it's rated at 155 miles per hour. How much downforce?
1,760 pounds of downforce. That's a lot.
That's incredible.
But no, the Senna seats are great. I'm comfortable in them. I know I'm a smaller stature guy, but
I'm not bigger. I'm still comfortable in them though.
yeah, you've never complained about these
But
seats.
I'm really high in this seat right now.
Yeah, I know. That seat's got to be an inch higher. So we're currently stuck in a traffic jam.
Oh.
Now that the AC works, it's not as bad. Let's jump into how this car came about.
Yeah, we were just going to spec out the 600 LT coupe and the Spider because that's when we were trying to get to VIP status with McLaren. So those were two models. We were just kind of trying to buy every McLaren.
Super high spec, a lot of MSO, play the game.
So we get there, and this Senna is sitting in the showroom, right
This one.
Yeah, this one right here, sitting on the showroom floor.
First Senna we've ever seen.
Yeah,
we haven't seen it in person up to that point.
So I mean, it was obviously absolutely stunning with the Papaya Spark, with the blue carbon, with how we like blue. So the first thing I did, I believe, was pull up a chair. I turned a chair around in the showroom, and I just sat there and looked at it for, I don't know,
10, 15 minutes.
I mean, I think I was just in that chair even when we had conversations about other stuff.
Talking to the salesman at the time, and he's, what do you guys think? You like it? And we at that time we didn't have any Ultimate Series cars.
No.
So this was a stretch. This was something that Jordan thought would never happen, and I just had a feeling it was kind of fate.
Well, I didn't know. Like, I was just like, oh my God, why didn't you tell me?
We didn't even know it was for sale.
Well, a couple weeks, like the previous couple months, I was talking to Chad about, hey, if there's a Senna out there, let me know. I don't know if I'm able to get it. Don't know if I can afford it. But if there's one out there, let me know. So
Salesman came up to us.
Was it the salesman?
Yeah.
It wasn't Chad?
Yeah, it was Adam.
You're right.
And he said, what do you guys think? And we're like, I mean, it's amazing. It's beautiful. The spec, couldn't have spec'd it better ourselves. And he just looks at us and he goes, well, I'm glad you guys like it because Chad told me to offer it you guys for sale.
Yeah, like
we just stared at each other like
if you want it, it's yours.
Surreal.
I'm like, what do you mean? It's a brand new Senna. And they said, well, the owner didn't want to take delivery of it. And I couldn't understand why. I was like a little shocked at the whole thing. So my mind started going. I think it was it 2018 or was it actually 2019 when I don't know. Anyways, I didn't think I was going to be able to get a car like this. So thought on it and ended up pulling the trigger. And this was the first Ultimate Series. And then the same owner from this car, because it has the Fire Genesis blue carbon. And for getting this car, was meant to be in another guy's garage to match his Fire Genesis full blue carbon P1.
And carbon body 675. He's got some great cars, but
he does.
The color is actually trademarked. He paid to have this color made by MSO specifically for him, and he's blessed us with using this color on the 600 LT.
Yep, that we don't have any longer.
That we don't have anymore, but that car was spectacular.
It was.
Well, we get asked all the time, like, how do you acquire the cars and things like that. Like, there's a lot to it. Obviously, relationship is huge. Following the right steps, going to events, spending money with MSO.
Yeah, so if we look at the main steps of getting to VIP status, it's obviously volume.
First and foremost is volume.
AKA money. How much are you spending? And then on top of that, they make a lot of money from options. So it's how much are you optioning the car, not just are you buying it, from new too, not just used. Yeah. So you're going through the factory gets to know your name. You're staying loyal to the brand.
Like, we talk to guys on Instagram that are engineers, they're builders, and they remember these specific cars coming through the factory floor because of the specific specs. So again, our name resonates within the factory because of the specs that we do. Pure events, McLaren events.
So going to actual events and meeting some of the executives and developing a relationship, not just with your dealer, but with some of the executives. So it's a combination of things. I don't think you get to this point without having good relationships with people.
And solely just spending money. It's not how it works.
Well, and I like to think that we really cultivate relationships well. We're not the kind of customers that are going to complain about everything. We work with the factory, we work with the dealer level very well.
Service guys, like the whole nine.
Yeah, everybody, we're in close contact with all of them, and you develop personal relationships. We're getting each other Christmas presents. Even though I think this year they might need to get me a bigger Christmas present.
It's been a rough year. We like to put novelty plates on all the cars.
It's great.
So we went to the DMV to get novelty plates for the Senna. So Jordan wanted to get Ayrton, the 3-time Formula 1 champ, arguably the greatest driver of all time. So we ended up being there for like 45 minutes. And we get in the car, he hands me the plate, and I look at it, and there was a little spelling error, wasn't there?
I just mixed the R and the Y.
It's easy to do.
Ayrton.
It was Ayrton. You guys can think of any cool novelty plates for us, let us know in the comments.
Any other thing you want to review here on my iPhone? We got horsepower, we got torque.
We got some torque.
We got downforce.
We have nose visibility.
It's rough, it vibrates, it's fast, and it looks crazy.
It looks amazing.
What do you call that? The TLDR, too long to read. Like if you don't want to read it, here's the quick version.
Yeah.
It's fast. The wind smashes it to the ground and it vibrates and it's loud.
The cliff notes.
Yeah, there's the cliff notes. There you go. We love it. So we're in the Senna with 5,500 miles on it.
Yeah. And only 50 of those miles have been on a racetrack.
That's sad.
Isn't that crazy though that we have 5,500 on this thing?
It is crazy. You're supposed to have more, but the windshield is cracked.
Yeah, we're about to put 2,000 more on it.
So we can't really take it on the rally.
It's a pretty controversial topic right now.
I don't know why so many people care.
What other people do with their stuff.
Yeah.